Jesus freak here. From my tradition, my faith tradition, I have generally taught and believed that there is a form of grace which the Holy Spirit gives us, without which we are unable to respond to God at all. And by that grace, we're able to choose whether to accept them or not. Does that sound familiar to anyone? I mean, I just explained something from a Wesleyan perspective. But those of you who come from a different perspective may know the exact same concept by a different name. In some traditions within Christianity, this is referred to as election. And of course, people from Wesleyan tradition are going to be kind of allergic to that word. But if you think about it, it's the same thing, isn't it? Both people who tend to think as I do and people who tend to think as Reformed Baptists or other, Reformed types, once you get past the verbiage, we generally agree on this idea. We're not capable of doing the right thing until the grace of God enables it. Because nothing we can do is right until and unless it's done through faith in Him. This is, I believe, the concept of total depravity, which both Wesleyans and traditional Reformed Christians generally agree on. We're all evil, we're all selfish, we all default to doing bad things. And even if we try to do the right thing, our motivations are in the wrong place, our trust is in the wrong place, our beliefs are in the wrong place, so it's not the right thing. For example, altruism is not really possible. For the unregenerate man. Because secretly you got some ulterior motive. That's just how people are by default. That's just the way they are. All our perceived righteousness is going to mean nothing. Because until we believe we're physically and mentally incapable of doing the right thing, because the right thing is predicated on that belief. Unless it's in faith. It's not the right thing. Unless it's in faith, it's like Isaiah said, we're all as an unclean thing, and all our righteousnesses are as filthy rags. And like Paul said, whatever is not of faith is sin. Regardless of what it is, whatever's not of faith is sin. So we're just building on ourselves. Everything we do is digging ourselves deeper and deeper. And the only thing that can get us out of that hole is asking God for help. And if we don't have that faith, how do we even know God's there to ask Him for help? We can't dig ourselves out of this pit. Some people think you can. It's a heresy of Pelagianism. We can't do it. We need to let God help us, because we can't help ourselves. And that's the important thing. We have to understand we can't help ourselves. We can't understand without faith. Jesus freak out.